Hi, I'm Father Jim Brobst with the Missionary Oblates of Mary Immaculate. I'm Vicar-provincial for Mission and Ministry, and Father Lou Studer, our provincial, asked me to do our reflections this week. You know, it occurred to me in this COVID crisis that oblates are described as being down to earth and close to people. And that's been pretty challenging for us oblates in this crisis, because instead of being down to earth, we're told, wash your hands, wear a mask. Instead of being close to people, we're told, be socially distant and isolate if you have any kind of a symptom of a disease. It's just counter to our identity. But yet, all over this province and beyond, all over the world really, oblates are looking for ways to connect. We're looking for ways to connect with those whom we serve, through streaming masses at our ministry sites, through providing online access for students who can't continue their studies because they're too poor to have connections to a computer. They do that for our students down in Tijuana, in the Baja Mission. We're connecting through the videos we post daily on our own OMI USA website, whether it's different oblates and ministry situations or people who work with us in ministry as workers, as youth, as lay associates. We're connecting in the ways we know how with the technology available to us today. Also, it's very humbling for many of us who are normally in active ministry to unite a bit more with our own elder oblates who might be in one of our retirement facilities and not able to get out. Maybe they need a level of care that doesn't allow them to be in active ministry anymore. Yet these elder men in San Antonio, in Tewksbury, these men are powerhouses of prayer for all of our ministries, long before this crisis, during this crisis, and no doubt for many years afterwards. It's an opportunity for those of us living in oblate community also to connect with each other. Here at 391 Michigan Avenue, the headquarters of the United States province, there are 12 of us living here right now. We're more present to each other at meals because there's no place to go. We're more likely to be present in chapel because there's no outside ministries where we're serving. We're more likely to rub elbows and bump shoulders with each other in cooking and cleaning and shopping and doing the ordinary basics of daily life. And really, although it's a bit more of a challenge, it's also some of the best community we've had since I've been here for these 3 years. We are also connecting with family and friends. Who of us, oblate or otherwise, hasn't taken this opportunity to do a few extra phone calls or a few extra emails or letters to friends or family we haven't heard from or connected with in just a little too long, if not more? There are always opportunities for grace in every situation. The Cavalry of Christ is one of the most well-known symbols of oblate presence and missionary activity around the world. These missionaries, in the earliest days of our congregation, went to South Texas, and in the midst of the wild horse desert and beyond, went up and down to all the ranches on horseback, up and down the Rio Grande River, up and down the Texas coast of the Gulf of Mexico. There was nothing there for them. They had to build the church from the absolute bottom up, and they used what resources they had to reach out in the ways they could to whomever they could touch, with the words of Christ, with the good news of the gospel. We're doing it here as well. Yes, the COVID crisis is difficult, but missionaries all over the world, from our earliest days to current days, know what it means to face the most difficult situations to preach the good news of Jesus. It's in our DNA. It's in our blood, just like being down to earth and close to people. We might not always be able to do that in the ways we would like to because of the constraints of our living situation, because of this COVID crisis or whatever. But it's in our blood, it's in our DNA. This is who we are. Thank you for taking a few moments to be with us, and let's pray that we as oblates continue to connect, to be with you in the ways we are possible, always down to earth, always close to people. Praise be Jesus Christ and Mary Immaculate.